The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Coming up tonight, marijuana students calling for a larger teacher complement on the island. One student says the online learning is ineffective. We hear from her. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Education admits to the teacher shortage. We hear from Director Russell and what she's saying. And today, if you missed it, listen up. President Trump reclassified marijuana from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3 drug. And so, remember, there's been a debate about that some time back, not too far in history. Well, I want to ask this question. What does that mean for Bahamians wanting to get in on the industry? We talk about that as well this evening. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening. I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. Well, a 10th grade student in marijuana is giving a vivid glimpse into just how much the teacher shortage is impacting classrooms, especially on the Family Islands. Antonia Moss says many of the classes are online and often difficult to get into. Here's more of what she had to say.
My name is Antonia Moss and I go to marijuana comprehensive school. And I feel like for marijuana, they really need to do better because other islands could get proficient teachers and other islands basically have teachers to waste, including Nassau. Marijuana, I feel like because we is the farthest island, I feel like they don't care about it. But me personally, I think we need teachers because they have us on virtual and it ain't making no sense. Because sometimes when ain't no Wi-Fi, ain't no service, ain't no connection. And we can't get on that class, we can't even get in the LMS for us to say to work or whatever the case may be. So we really need teachers that can help us understand and learn. We only have how many teachers we have over here. 3 teachers over here. 1 for the primary school, 1 is music. We have at least an English and literature teacher over here, and 1 is the principal. And she has to play the role as computer teacher. So I feel like they should do us better. We need more teachers.
So there's that 10th grader speaking about more teachers. In fact, I received that video with her talking about what's happening in marijuana at the comprehensive school. I reached out to the Minister of Education and she made her director available for comment. We will hear what the director had to say shortly, but let's just jump in right there because this is nothing new for schools around the nation. She says Nassau has, how does she put it, I think, an abundance, an overflow. I don't quite, teach it to waste. Now come on, Antonia. But Antonia, I get what you're saying, and your point is valid. However, I think there's a teacher shortage, quite frankly, all over. But it still doesn't lessen what your situation is. I mean, because MyCal is poised to have a brand new burgeoning economy of its own, basically, shortly. And I imagine students like you, and even those who are perhaps looking to upskill and have a second career or just access to what's going to be happening around there, need this education. And so certainly, of course, it's something to pay close attention to. Joining me right now is Beyond the Headlines contributor Cassius Stewart. Cassius, good evening to you. It's good to have you here. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines. Cassius, this is something that is not a new story, it's not a new issue, but nonetheless, it's something that must be addressed. The thing is how?
I mean, really, we had 50 years to figure it out, and we're still tripping over this issue. When it comes to education, I think most of us realize that education should be the primary ministry or that we focus on, because if we don't educate our workforce, we don't educate our people, we don't have a nation. And I know we've been stumbling over a D for the last 2,000 years, and we got to fix that. But those citizens in the far-flung islands, like she feels like she really not as a part of the Bahamas. And that's really how they feel, because we really don't give them the priority. Now, you're saying we can go online. We go online, but you don't provide them with the technological access to get online. They can't get connected, there's no internet service, and so you can't give them online if you don't give them the tools they need to make it work. Now, online is the ideal thing for them, so what you need to do is make sure, put the infrastructure in place. So what I suggest y'all do is subscribe to Starlink, get the satellite if BTC or Alive is not there, and then connect to the schools so that the kids can have Wi-Fi and use their school portal to do their work.
So you're saying that when it comes to islands like Mayaguana, for example, or any other island, because there are teacher shortages all over. It's something even around the region that leaders are grappling with. But let's just zero in on our own nation for a moment. You're saying online perhaps is the best solution moving forward. However, the students, the institutions, and all the island must be better equipped to be able to facilitate this.
Actually, so we could even use Mayaguana as a test case to do smart classrooms, and so we could integrate the Starlink satellites where they have uninterrupted connectivity, and then also now they can connect into the system. The challenge is now these kids can use that because all of them use their phone all day for all kind of other things, right? But let them use their telephone, their laptop to be able to do their schoolwork. Japan does it, China does it. They email portions of books every day to students, and at the end of the year, they would have read 8-10 books. We could do similar with our students, but we don't see the need to really invest in it, because also too we need to make sure to have on the back end the people to be able to teach using the online platforms. And so we got to give these kids in the family island, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 10, 15 of them, priority, just like we give everybody a national priority.
No, they need it, Cassius, because we see, when you see an economy that's taking shape and continuing to evolve before your eyes, but you are not equipped to participate in it or to even get in and make your own thing happen within that economy, that can be quite a depressing experience.
Yes, and you know, Elon Musk just made available to the Bahamas free Starlink satellites the other day, when they were testing their rockets. I saw a news clip of that. And so we could engage them and say, listen, we have some far-flung islands that needs the technology. Inagua, Auckland, Crooked Island, Long Key. There are people living on those islands. Can you help us in making sure that they can have access to this type of technology? And they are obliged to give it free of charge. I mean, Starlink is about $50 a month, and the government charge on Starlink is almost the cost of the Starlink. So that's another story. But we have to make sure that this technology is available, because it's difficult to move the human capital there, because nobody won't go to these islands because there's no economy.
And legitimately there is a shortage as well.
Yeah, it is a shortage because think about it. It's difficult to say to somebody who lives in Nassau, go live in Mayaguana if you're not from Mayaguana, because you have nothing to do there. So what to do is you use the technology so that these kids now could get connected to the world, even though they're in Mayaguana and Auckland's a Long Key, they are connected to the world, and the same learning or things that are taught in Nassau, they now be afforded, because people do it all the time. We do our master's degree online. We do all these doctor's degree online. And so the same way we do it online, we could give them the same access. And so there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
I'm wondering if the ministry is no longer able to attract teachers. Now, we understand all nations, particularly in the region, are grappling with the teacher shortage. But you remember, Cassius, the days when there were Jamaican teachers and from many other Caribbean islands in our schools, in our classrooms teaching. At that time, there was no such thing as a teacher shortage. Yes. Is each nation now just trying to hold on to who they have versus sort of having this feeder system and having people just go out?
Being a teacher is a calling. It's not necessarily, you don't go in it to get rich. You have to love your country, you have to love people, you have to love what you do. Because really and truly, they don't get paid much, and they really get a lot of stress dealing with children all day. It's a calling. And so you got to give them that. So people who don't, the newer ones who are coming in, they want to get rich, they want money, or ain't no money in this for me, then you find people are not getting into that particular area. But being a teacher is a special gifting, because not everybody can do it. But sometimes we find that there are a lot of people now going into the profession who are not called to be in that profession. and so we're getting subpar.
And only for a paycheck, and
only for a
and according to some, particularly at entry levels, it's minimal. But the point is, that's all they want, a paycheck.
And that's why we don't get the performance we need out of our children, because they only have a paycheck and they don't see the need to put the extra effort, work in. Because really and truly, I mean, being a teacher, I mean, I remember teachers used to put their hand in their pocket and buy stuff for the kids and buy chalk and
But do
crayon
you know
and so
that
on.
nowadays teachers don't even, they don't, I'm not saying they don't do it, however, there's a provision for that now. I was told this from teachers, teachers unions, that listen, all of this is now kind of supplied for them. There was a time during the summer, you're right, in preparation for the new school year and new semester, they would go in their own hands, this is the dedication some of them have, or had, and they would go and decorate their classrooms and make sure everything is set. That's a provision. But again, you know, they still feel as though it still comes up short when compared to other salaries.
I think the government also need to engage the private sector. I think the private sector also have a corporate responsibility to help bear some of the load. I mean, it's not a demand or anything, but think about it. The government is falling short in paying these teachers and so on. The private sector could put some money up, because you're seeing people who graduate from the school got to come work in your business. So it may be good to put the investment in so that we can produce the best students, so that when you get them in your workplace, you get high productivity. Right now, we're not getting the productivity we need in the workplace because the work ethics are poor. But if the private sector, who is making a lot of money, those companies who are making 100 million, 200 million, and so on, pump some of that back into the school, help pay some of the teachers, and motivate the teachers, bring some more new teachers in so that they can also say, listen, if we can create good students, then we have good workers to work into your business, and so on. So if not, then you'll find yourself having what they call a heavy turnover in your operation. That, oh, I can't hire this one because this one and the work ethics are poor. And so it's also a responsibility of the corporate society, not just it's a moral responsibility to help. You know, give a portion of your salary towards the Ministry of Education to help pay some of the teachers, put something on the teacher's salary so that they could really work. They need motivation because they taught you too as well. Remember. And they taught me. We
each had to go, and we each had to go the way of a teacher, eh? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We came through teachers, and they're very important. Their role is important. It will always exist and be a need for it. And so we certainly need to retain as many of them as possible,
yes.
And grow the industry further. But meanwhile, though, as the 2025 academic semester comes to a close, the Ministry of Education says its work is far from over. Despite ongoing challenges, the Ministry of Education is committed to closing the teacher shortage. Director of Education, Dominique McCartney-Russell, says, while progress has been made, efforts to strengthen the education system are still actively underway.
In fact, the hiring process has been ongoing, if I'm to be quite honest with you. We have a portal now where persons who are interested, they would upload their applications and their credentials. We would shortlist them, and then we would invite them to an interview. And so interviews have been going on consistently from the summer. And so other teachers have been put in place. There is still a shortage, if I'm to be quite honest. We have a shortage, for example, in language arts. That's been an issue for us. We have a small shortage in mathematics, I think physical education, music. So there are still some gaps. And as I indicated before, we are utilizing the services of our retired teachers. They've been very supportive of the process and supporting us and ensuring that our children do not miss out on opportunities. And where we do not have supply teachers, we have been utilizing our virtual platform. And so we have instituted the virtual platform, particularly in our rural areas where there may be a gap where a teacher is needed.
Well, there you have Education Director Dominique McCartney-Russell speaking of the teacher shortage. I mean, we basically said a lot. You heard her say that what they're doing, putting out applications. You know, and Ms. Russell, I'll tell you this, in your haste to try and fill, and that's your job. You've got to try get teachers. You heard what the 10th grader said. You've got to get teachers there, but don't just have any and anyone in front of these kids, because some of them can't spell the word teacher. And so you want people who are qualified or can be trained.
If I may, you know, there is scores of Bahamians who went off to university and came home that can perhaps fill in the blank or the gaps temporarily. I mean, there are people who have bachelor's degree, master's degree, and PhD that they go to work and they may find some time to go ahead and sit in the class for an hour or two just to fill in the blank. So don't just look for, you on your portal, ask people if they will come in and assist, because there are people who have like doctor's degree and PhD and master's degree that can do a language art or do a class for math and so on to help the students out. So there are people who are willing to volunteer their time. So you leave room for that as well too, so that we'll see how that works in 2026. And then that may be able to ease the hemorrhaging until we could really provide the full complement of teachers.
Yes. Of course, this is the end of the semester. Obviously, there's a new semester in January. Let's see exactly how that looks, how that rolls out. But a good idea, because Cassius, you're quite right. People learn every day and all day online. Get the best technical support so that those students in any area, including right here in the capital, can access online learning and be able to do very well in their classwork. Listen, we're just getting started. By the way, did you all see that viral video where the man said, "This what Leslie Miller Bryce, this what she give us?" Like, are you kidding? I have 8 votes in this house and she bring 1 thing. Are Bahamians' expectations in political seasons just a little warped? We talk about that and more after the break.
Rejuvenate, refresh, treat yourself. Immerse yourself in total comfort. Pamper yourself. After all, you're worth it. Relax. Rid yourself of all life stresses. At Baja Retreat Anti-Aging Spa, you will find everything you need to enhance your body and spirit. Call today at 323-6711 and begin your journey to serenity at Baja Retreat Anti-Aging Spa.
Have you heard about Janae's Chesapeake Road's 5 days of Christmas give back? Get up to 20% off your toys or bicycles, electronic ride-on cars, 4-wheelers, and motor tricycle purchases. All electrical item sales are final. Bring in a current year Janae's back-to-school purchase receipt, valued more than $50 excluding that, and get an additional 10% off. Restrictions apply. And don't forget the Christmas decorations, balls, and ornaments. Janae's Chesapeake Road's 5 days of Christmas give back going on now. Extended store hours till 7 p.m. Hurry in and get more bang for your bucks. Welcome to Sunburst Super Christmas Sale, where you buy 5 and get 1 free. Prices start at just $28.95 for top quality wall paints and high gloss oil paints for $55.95 a gallon. Lucky customers get a chance to win a 42-inch TV every Saturday starting now. The drawing will take place at Sunburst Paints the first week of December. You can also have a chance to win one of 2 65-inch TVs during the month of December. So hurry on down to Sunburst Paints on Harold Road, where you buy 5 and get 1 free. Happy holidays, everybody!
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
'Twas the night before Christmas. The stage was set. Big Bang arrived. The biggest yet. Fantasy 5 flashing. Those 5 balls glow. Quick draw. Lotto making winners flow. The island erupting. The cheers grow bigger. Santa laughed out loud. Our balls are bigger. From Moneyland's heart, the truth was clear. At Island Luck, winners live here.
It's an Island Luck Christmas. Joy's in the air. Jackpots are rising. There's luck everywhere. no snow on the ground, just sunshine and cheer. It's an island love Christmas, the best time of year.
Big Bang, December 20th. See you there!
Beyond the Headlines is now introducing powerful TV advertising opportunities made just for you. Choose our television ad package, 20 30-second ads for $2,000 or 20 60-second ads for $2,500 plus VAT. Prefer flexibility? Go a la carte. Just $150 for a 30-second ad or $200 for a 60-second ad. Step into the spotlight with our interview package. One 15-minute interview for $500 or 4 for $15 per month. Or bring Beyond the Headlines directly to you with our live on location package, only $2,600 plus VAT. For more information, contact our sales agent at 242-466-6173.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you all tuned in this evening. Let's keep moving right along. I know this topic certainly will interest a lot of you. President Trump today signed an executive order making marijuana and taking it rather from a Schedule 1 drug to a Schedule 3 drug. Now that means it's more accessible. I think President Trump wants to really make it accessible for medicinal purposes. But as we know, marijuana is sold in some states where you can just go to certain places and just relax. Just relax. So it deals with and addresses the mental health issues in terms of anxiety and issues like that, from issues that are even more serious. President Trump, again, signing an executive order today, much to the delight of many, many Americans. I want to ask you, gentlemen, and welcome back to Beyond the Headlines contributors. Ellington, of course, it's good to have you. I know you were sitting there. It's good to have you step in this segment. Good evening to you. I want to ask you, gentlemen, what does it mean for Bahamians and the Bahamas? You remember that there was legislation being debated and I think laid on the table not too long ago to introduce some form of industry, even some level of, I guess, I don't know what to call them, marijuana shops, where it would be sold and monitored by pharmacies, but it never went anywhere. I haven't heard much about it since. But what do you think this does for that?
Yeah, you can't smoke weed still. It don't mean you can smoke weed.
It doesn't?
What it means?
You just disappoint me again, man.
It doesn't?
What it actually means is that they are now scheduling. See, Schedule 1 means it's a dangerous drug. Schedule 3 means that now you can purchase it over the counter like a prescription drug. And so Schedule 3 drugs are drugs.
Which doctors here are going to step in on that?
But this in the U.S., so it is prescribed over the counter, because now what they're doing is, because remember now, marijuana is something for the difference between marijuana and hemp. Marijuana has two derivatives, THC and CBD. Hemp only have a derivative of CBD, and CBD is more medicinal. And so what they need to do is they want to find out, for people with schizophrenia, they take small portions of THC mixed with the CBD for people with schizophrenia. That's now federally approved. CBD is approved federally with 0.3% THC. And so what that means now that CBD is legal in the US, but now what they're saying now is that THC now is also now can be accessed over the counter once they
through a prescription.
Through a prescription, yes. So that's what it means. So no weed smoking.
The THC still.
It doesn't say recreational weed smoking. You can't.
Just mash up my
THC,
Christmas.
I tell you, listen.
Fruitcake and a joint.
THC really, obviously is what many people desire, Ellington, and want to have that experience. But it's quite a tricky substance in marijuana that it has to be monitored.
Absolutely, Shanique. And what a lot of people doesn't realize, as countries, the United States as well as the Bahamas, have this conversation, and I hope that they would allow the medical professionals to kind of lead this, both the medical professionals and the natural herbalists, because a lot of people thinking that, okay, I'm going to be able to smoke a big quantity of dope and all this kind of stuff, and what moves around on the street is not necessarily as good as the actual plant itself. But these growers trying to make this more potent and trying to all kind of other mixtures they put in this for people to take, and it's damaging people in some cases. the uncontrolled and unmanaged use of it. And so I would love to see a control of the substance like we do with all other medicines that most of them I know are derived from some plant or based on something of that sort, and to have the proper use of this very potent plant in our societies that can help in a lot of our ailments.
The federal government now allows small doses of THC for people who suffer from, I guess, seizures. And right now with CBD now, it's also, it says that it helps with inflammation, sleep apnea. So if you can't sleep, then CBD makes sure you sleep.
And see, I'll tell you, those things are now,
so,
whether it's anxiety.
And I know you can't sleep tonight, Shanique. So.
Yeah, listen to me, so it's a real deal, especially
take
when...
a little spliff and take a whiff.
So you need some THC, but not the THC. The THC causes psychosis in some people, you see?
Yes.
And so that's the psychotic part of the marijuana. Remember, there's two derivatives. There's THC and CBD. The CBD is more, keeps you calm, sleep, joint inflammation, pain. That's the CBD
And that
part.
is an issue that many people have dealing with, inflammation and all the rest of it.
To be honest, Shanique, as Cassius mentioned about the psychosis part of it, and you see that in some other medicines over the counter, they will say, this is good to heal you from your pain, and then, it can cause psychosis, and it cause you suicide, and cause and they put all those other bad things, and they talk so fast, so they write it very fine. So there are other medicines that has these things. So
there's a lot of medicine. Because the Indians use hemp. And
for
so
years.
For years and years and years. And so there's a lot of medicinal and can be attributed to the health industry. And this is what they're now using this legislation to do now. So they're going to seriously study it to see how patients or citizens can benefit from the medicinal use of marijuana. And so remember now, hemp is CBD, but marijuana is both THC and hemp.
And Shanique, as we move on from this, let me say this. I would love to see even University of the Bahamas as we go talking about the marijuana. Let's talk about blue flowers. Let's talk about cascarilla, all of those other medicinal benefits. Let's talk about rock bush, all these other bush that our grandparents used to give us. And oleanders. Let's study these bush and see what medicines we can make from them. You'd be surprised the industry that we can create right here in the Bahamas.
You heard of oleanders? Oleander?
Yes.
That's kill you.
Oleander is very deadly, definitely. But we have many bush that we grew up on. Mama them used to boil and they give us for this.
And then the thing is, you know what, you're right, because you all mentioned something, I've never heard of it, but you've got to know what you're boiling. Because Bahamians and their bush medicine.
And oleander is in probably everybody's yard.
Everyone's yard.
Everyone's yard on all the hedges.
Poisonous.
And it's very poison. If you boil it, it'll kill you.
Yes.
But most people don't know it.
So that's another thing. And then you can also overdo your drinking of the plants. Plants are good, they're healing, they're medicinal, but it has to be tempered. It's got to be a balance. Gentlemen, here's a question for you. It's a real one. No, I ain't joking. For real, for real. Do Bahamians have an unrealistic expectation when it comes to politics? Or where do we draw the line between expectations and what you want a candidate or a member of parliament to be able to bring into a constituency? Listen, this got many of your attentions today. In fact, hundreds of you saw it. It was passed about and shared almost on every WhatsApp, on Facebook, a ton of places. Take a look and then we'll come back and talk.
7 voters in the House, bro. You see what they said? This dumbness right here. So, okay, 7 people with voters card in one house, right? 7 people with voters card in one house. All right, you. You can't give for joy for people in a house. Don't give nothing. This is this woman doing. You got 7 people in this one house, but yet you want to give people one piece of scarf for the neck. And they supposed to appreciate that. But people rather do not give them nothing, but food is more valuable than piece of cloth like that, bro. Come on, you don't need nothing to wrap around. People hungry. This is a season to be jolly. People hungry. Leslie, you doing dumbness, man.
You all, that had so many people talking and so many points of view being expressed. People were turned off by it because people are saying, you know what, gentlemen, what y'all think? What are your thoughts?
I remember campaigning one time, right? And a man called my house Mr. Stewart, I need you to come to my house now. I got 4 votes in my house, Mr. Stewart.
They love to throw
All I need is a 4-burner stove.
A what?
A 4-burner stove. I say 1 burner for each voting. Yeah. So the next time the man say, Mr. Stewart, you know what? I can really give you my vote. All I need is a car because I want to use it. I want to buy the taxi. I said, what, you know, a whole car? Yeah, I need a car. So the expectations of the voters are unrealistic.
Warped.
And so I want to write a book, you know, The Corruption of the Politician. Because those type of demands causes politicians to become corrupt.
I wanted to say that, Cassius. Bahamians, we make politicians into who we start complaining against them about. We are the ones who are responsible. It ain't nothing to do with them. They come in with the purest intentions. They want to work. And today's politician, you all see what's going on. In fact, someone brought it to my attention today, and I don't mean to get off topic because I'll talk about this again. But the ways these even candidates are showing up now, Bahamian politics has elevated, but it's elevated for the society. No politician ever need now to come knocking personally to your door, but they should be fixing your roads, your street lights, your parks, creating job opportunities for you, empowering you. Perhaps if there's an investment opportunity, if there's somewhere for you to be able to build your business, that's what they're to be doing right now. I heard someone say that Sabas in Fort Charlotte, that there's an area that did not have electricity. I forgot the name, it escapes me. Where is that?
The Pit Road.
Pit Road.
Yes.
Had no electricity. And what he did, this is what I'm talking to you all about, electing people who can actually uplift you. He went and he put electricity in that area. I imagine that's probably been that way since independence. No electricity.
Absolutely.
And here it is. It has electricity right now this evening. That is what you're looking for, sir. What's up with ham and turkey you want?
But you see, that's what they've been trained. You see, they've been trained to do that. And so what we need is, I think, it's against the law for me as a candidate to give money to people once elections are called. That's against the law. But we need to enforce those things, right? And so also too, though, Barbados has created legislation that somehow neutralizes it. You can't go around the polls in a political party shape. You can't have a bunch of people hanging out there. It's just allow the voter to come in and go, it's against the law for you to wear paraphernalia and so on. So what they did was try to clean it up so that people could vote their conscience instead of all this fluff and who give ham and who give turkey. And it's against the law to do all that nonsense. So cut that out so that people can vote their conscience. They can get the best representative. Because, I mean, think about it. The person who gave that scarf, right? Now, if they didn't have enough money, they got to go thief to go find for the next 6.
For the next, in that one house.
Just to satisfy them.
There are thousands of others in the one area. But in that house, you got to go and try get 8 more.
It ain't fair for the candidate. It's not fair for the candidate for these people to be putting you through this stuff. Oh, you got to get them this, you got to get them that.
And guess what? Nobody's responsible for your life, you know. I want us to get this in our minds, you all. Bahamians have got to change this mindset of entitlement and jealous of what it is you have. First of all, you can't be jealous of your MP. He or she worked very hard to get where they are. Now they're trying to. That's why I'm telling you, they have to make sense. Because if they come at you chewing gum and trying to look for what you're looking for, why are you electing them?
Yeah.
You've got to elect people who have a vision and the resources to be able to get you and your immediate area in a different place than where they met it. Ellington?
Or Cassius Store, let me start with Cassius Store I'm talking to, or they'll have to go thief to get it. Or if not thief, and I always tell Bahamians this, so if I'm going to give you yours on the front end, where I got it from to give you, the person that I have to now go to give me over $100,000 to get ham and turkey, to give you on the front end, on the back end when I win,
that's what you call a political. That's what you call a political donor, y'all, and y'all have a problem.
I have to do things to give him contract or to work out certain things for that individual.
That's what you call a political donor.
This whole type of politics that we have is a making of both our citizenry and our political members of parliament. I think it's time for us to change.
But I'll tell you this, Ellington and Cassius, donors are everywhere, as you know. The United States election and electorate and sort of governmental system is made up of donors.
Absolutely.
Donors. But you don't see what the average person want is a better quality of life, and you make the laws and regulations for that and put systems in place and let them work those systems. That is what I'm telling you all how to vote now. People who can create those systems, have a vision, have you understand and ask questions about and buy into that vision and move everyone forward. But sir, out of the generosity and the kindness of whoever that was, and their thought for their constituents, and you have it there that you figure you can put it on the floor, take a video, put it out there. Come on now.
Sometimes it's even get X-rated for politicians.
What happened, most of the persons like that, they don't have a clue of the legislation, of the debates that takes place. They don't understand.
They don't pay attention.
They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care. The focus is, what are you going to bring for me? And that's why persons who come offering free this and free that seems to be making some sort of headway among a certain class of people.
But it's been from time immemorial, because I heard stories of the UBP dropping rice and sacks of flour in the islands to get them. It's what we have been accustomed to from time immemorial. But some leader got to stand up and say,
somebody got to break it.
We got to put an end to it.
But it's not. You're right.
It does not get the best out of our politicians.
And I think that is what is being done now. You're saying you creep, eh? And then you get up and walk, and you hold on as you're walking, and then you walk strongly. I say that to say this. Again, that is why we look now to be empowered, you all.
Yes.
Listen, that ham and turkey, you could go buy that yourself and cook that. If somebody is not presenting, you don't even have that part, because you don't need the ham. But in any event, let's just move forward. If you cannot find someone who has a vision to move your area forward and to have it being better from day one than they met it, you're wasting your time.
Mm-hmm.
You're absolutely wasting your time.
If I tell you all the stories on the campaign, y'all wouldn't even believe it.
Oh, I would kind of believe. You go, no, here, let's hear one.
You know, I mean, I even had, it even get X-rated. One lady said, Mr. Stewart, you got to hit it. I said, hit it? Oh, you ain't getting this vote? I said, I won the vote.
Hold on,
next
wait.
thing you know, they was in the next camp. I said, oh, damn, that boy must hit it, because I ain't fooling with that.
She's talking about the lotto still.
Oh, hit the lotto. Hit the lotto. Oh, okay. No. Ellington, thank you for straightening that out.
I tell you, the campaign gets very vicious. It gets very vicious.
So the
strain on candidates becomes unrealistic. It becomes unbearable, whether it's people demanding sex with the candidate, people demanding money, people demanding this and so on. And so you don't believe, if on the front line, what these candidates go through, it's unbelievable.
We create the people that we then come to despise. We create them because first of all, we treat them as demigods, and then we expect the world from them. And when they want to deliver that, they, as Ellington said, they have got to go and try get that funded, especially for those who have no way of getting it done. And then you look at them and you figure, well, you might as well win now because you got 9 votes, and so this 9 votes got to mean something. So, you going with this scarf? You gotta appreciate the upskilling and the up leveling, because a scarf is a nice thing, you know, Mister.
And this is why we got to ban it. We got to ban it all together, because if we don't ban it, it's going to continue along this path. And the candidates who put themselves for elected office, they only make $28,000 a year as an MP. That ain't no money. So you paid $28,000 last week from them. And so where they can get the rest of the money from? Then they got to go cut deals on that end and so on and so on in order just to survive. Because they ain't got no money, they got to take care of their family too, you know.
They have families as well, and that is why you, voter out there, you've got to now vote wisely. I say vote for the one who can absolutely change not just your household, but your entire community. And if each one does something like that, meaning each elected official, then this whole country is lifted up and in a better place economically. Beyond the Headlines is backward after this.
Fly fishing for me is kind of a way of life. My father was one of the pioneers that started the fly fishing industry.
I grew up around the industry, but it was mostly spin fishing until the invention of the fly that changed the whole fly fishing industry as we know it today.
Well, fly fishing, in my opinion, is an art form that subscribes to artificially inducing a fish to take a lure.
It's fishing, but it's more like hunting than anything else.
So it is hunting, one aspect of it is, and the second of it is creating a lure that you are imitating that is of the environment.
You're actually stimulating the bite by them visually seeing the actual lure that you're sending to them.
Crazy Charlie is the fly that revolutionized, as we know, the saltwater fly fishing industry. It was invented by my father. He recalls seeing the bonefish chasing a little bait fish called a minnow. He took a couple chicken feathers and some bead eyes of a military tag, and that was the beginning of the advancement of saltwater fly fishing industry on the flats as we know it today. The importance of that fly allow you to be able to fish for bonefish in various depths of water.
Captain Rupert, my dad, who's also a pioneer in the industry, his fly was called the gotcha fly, and it emulates two things: the minnows, which is a small bait fish, and also a shrimp pattern. See, there's so many legends that I'm now standing on. Percy Darville, Ivan Nemo, who would have passed, Raymond Mackey, you've got Sidney Nemore, Carl Moxie. These guys were filled with knowledge. They were self-imposed scientists. They saw these fish act in a certain way, and they know how to target them on specific tides. I feel extremely proud to carry the baton on, knowing that I can actually teach other youngsters how to carry the mantra, and they themselves can pass it on to other generations.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you all tuned in. Listen, pull up a chair because we are gonna, if you haven't done your holiday shopping as yet, and you need a little this and a little that, and even some wonderful, staples that you've come to expect from Ian Thomas, well, you're in luck. So pull up a chair. Ian Thomas is from Direct Marketers, and he's joining me this evening. Ian, I'm wondering if you have any holiday goods, but I'm not going to talk too much. I want to hear more from you.
Hey, good evening, Shanique Miller. How are you?
Good evening.
Good. Good evening, Bahamas. My name is Ian Thomas, and I'm here from Direct Marketers. Direct Marketers, of course, is a marketing company where we specialize in radio, TV, print, social media, and e-blast. So if you got a business or a business idea and you want to know how viable it is, please feel free to give me a call at 552-0212. Someone's making me laugh. 552-0212. That's 552-0212. Dial 552-0212. Is that okay?
No, that's very good.
Good. Shanae, people always stop me, man, about you. They said, last week, Ian, you got to stop cutting up. I said, please, stop it. Will you guys knock it off? Shanique and I are friends, and that's it. So you guys quit it. This bunch of morons keep calling me saying weird stuff. So that's it.
What kind of stuff like what?
I don't know, just a bunch of crazy people out there doing stuff because you're naughty. You can knock it off and quit it. Get out of here, I'm gonna see you.
No, because they know, listen, you see me sitting on edge?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm waiting.
What you waiting on?
Nothing, so go right ahead.
Man, don't say nothing, man. Listen, my Shanique, I ain't saying nothing extra today. I going straight into this thing because it's Christmas time again. The Athlete's Foot. Mm-hmm. Did I talk about them last week?
No.
Okay, the Athlete's Foot. The Athlete's Foot, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pre-Christmas sale going on right now where you guys can save really big at the Athlete's Foot. They want you to come on in, find something that you're going to absolutely love for that special person in your life. You're going to find a gift for everyone in your family. Everyone. Remember, the Athlete's Foot has two locations. One is at the Mall at Marathon, and the other one's in the Southwest Plaza on Carmichael Road. I know I told you that before, and I'm going to quiz you. So one is Carmichael Road, and the other one's where?
Southwest Plaza. Southwest
Plaza, right on Carmichael Road. They've got men's shoes and men's apparel. That's a wonderful thing. And all of this has been discounted for Christmas. Plus, those cute, fashionable footwear for women. That's for you, because I know Shanique goes exercising a lot, so I know you probably change sneakers maybe about two, three times a year.
I have several pairs.
You have several pairs.
Yeah.
I think the word I think some people say you should change them every 6 months. That's crazy.
Well, I don't, but
you just rotate.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So if you want some good, strong sneakers, or be like Shanique and stock up on yours, you got to go down there and get those fashionable sneakers for women. So this is the time to go and grab a lot of different pairs of sneakers that you've always wanted for him and for her. Remember, you'll only find strong, durable, and stylish kicks with matching apparel on display. There's only one place you guys need to go to execute your Christmas list, and that's the athlete's foot, ladies and gentlemen, the athlete's foot. So whether you're hitting the gym or stepping out on the town, or you just need a fresh, clean pair of everyday shoes, check out the athlete's foot. They have the latest styles for men, women, and children in all the brands you like Nike, Jordan, Adidas, Puma, however you want to say it. They also got Reebok, New Balance, and so much more. Plus this brand new one that came in. I want to make sure I say it properly now. This is the new Air Jordan 11 Retro. It's called the Gamma. And it's just hit the shelves. So all you people out there who've been waiting for this to come to the Bahamas or whatever, and you guys who are shoe fanatics, it's here at the Athlete's Foot. And don't forget, the Southwest Plaza has deals going on starting from 50% off. Plus, they have extended hours for your shopping convenience. You can also get gift cards for individuals. You might not know what someone wants. You say, let me just get them a gift card, and they can go down there and use their discretion and pick out what they want. What else they want me to let you guys know? Okay, lastly, Athlete's Foot, 2 locations. Where are they? Athlete's Foot.
The mall
at
at Marathon and Southwest Plaza.
You got it. Shanique's got it, ladies and gentlemen. So please go down there. Don't hesitate. Go because things are moving quickly for your sneakers. KS Moses. They are the #1 men's clothing company in the Bahamas, or men's clothing store in the Bahamas. And right now you can go on by and celebrate early and get the gift for that man who loves to look cool and stylish with his threads. Ladies, right now, go by and enjoy the best prices on new arrivals for that special guy in your life. Maybe your husband, your boyfriend, your father, grandfather, brother, son, whoever it is. You want to go to KS Moses and pick up something for them. Imagine they've got holiday suits, tuxedos, specially priced starting from $150. Now I remember saying this last week and your eyes opened up wide. You can get, I can't believe, you can get holiday suits, tuxedos, starting from $150. That's incredible, Shanique Miller. $150 for a suit. Imagine picking up stylish men's dress shoes as low as $25. A lot of people didn't even know that KS Moses carries shoes.
Yeah.
So they do have nice shoes down there starting as low as $25. They're comfortable, long-lasting, and show-stopping. So you want to do something different and look really nice for for this holiday season, go check them out. That's KS Moses. They also have those bow ties starting as low as, before I get to the bow ties, they have quality men's and boys button-up long-sleeve dress shirts. Plus, KS Moses, you can snatch up those bow ties for as low as $5. So you guys who like to look a little different and wear a bow tie to stand out, you can get your bow ties right down there, starting from $5, man, that's a good thing. Also, those bush jackets. A lot of guys don't. I see guys who go to weddings and funerals. They don't want to be wearing a stuffy suit. They kind of like cool dudes who ain't really, what's going on, man? Hey, I ain't that type of vibe, So they.
You could get like that. You could get a bit of hood. You could get hood, really.
I just listen to you. On the break when I listen to it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
When you talking to Justin.
When we talking to Justin, I tell you, don't even.
You have to get hood with Justin today.
Don't bring that.
Yeah, they got bush jackets at unbelievable price, starting as low as $40. And you big, strong, strapping guys, those bush jackets start as low as $50. So sizes up to 4X. While supplies last at KS Moses. Top brands like Perry Ellis in suits and blazers and belts and wallets and cufflinks. They got polos in dressy and casual shirts, dressy pants and chinos. And what else I want to let you guys know? I just want to let you guys know, please don't wait. That's the most important thing. Don't wait. It's Christmas time. Go down there. If you're a guy, get something for yourself. If you're a lady, get something for your guy or your son or whatever I just told you. Go down there. For any guy who wants to look great, maybe he wants to go on a nice date, or he wants to go to church, or going to a wedding or funeral, or even the Christmas party, or going to one of those Christmas balls. You went to a Christmas party, you had a great time?
Yeah, I did.
You like going to nice parties and balls? Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Yes, okay. So visit KS Moses. They're on Collins Avenue in 5th Terrace. The phone number, 322-7707, 322-7707, 322-7707. I must have sat on my glasses, so they feel a little loose today, but that's cool. J. Carey Auto Center. J. Carey Auto Center. Shanique has a nice BMW. You drive the BMW today, or
No, I don't drive it often.
You don't drive it often?
No.
You still let call a car service to pick you up?
The car service on special occasions.
On special occasions.
Yeah.
What do you like? What
No, my everyday car is very unassuming, and I don't want it to be known. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
cool. So whether you have a big time car like Shanique, where she doesn't drive much often, or she just tools around town in something that's more economic and something. If your car have a little mash or needs a little freshening up, you need to go to J. Carey Auto Center. They're located on Minnie Street off Wolf Road. They're the #1 in collision repair. Whether you got small fender bender or you've been in a major accident, you got to call J. Carey. They can assure you they'll bring your car back to life like brand new. Plus, you can get estimates starting as low as 50% off. Well, 50% off the estimates. You normally pay a full price, but right now you get 50% off. So imagine getting rid of that developing rust stains before it gets serious. J. Carey uses environmentally safe, top grade materials to stop that spreading in its tracks. And if you have a EV car, what is EV? Electric vehicle, right. They are certified. Now, you can't just go to a regular body guy if you have an EV car. You have to go to a specialist. They have their guys going away getting trained. So they are EV body specialists. So if you have a Tesla, a Jack, J-A-C, or a BYD electric vehicle, owners feel more comfortable knowing that if in the event that disaster strikes, that their vehicle can be worked on by trained, qualified technicians. Remember, those vehicles cost a lot of money, and you don't want anyone just fooling with that. You want proper guys and a company to deal with that. If you're looking for parts, no other company can help you find and locate parts that you need for American and Japanese, even European vehicles at the lowest price. So if you need headlamps, radiators, fog lights, bumpers, windshields, rims, tires, moldings, and brackets, grills, all this stuff, J. Carey can help you find that. J. Carey says no problem. Their guys can help you do that, and they do chassis repair. That's a very big job and could be very costly. So they do it at a great price. So check out J. Carey. Whether they have a luxury car, a sports car, they can paint it, get your job done, and they'll do it perfect the first time. Let me give you the phone number: 328-5744, 328-5744, 328-5744. Trust me, you guys are only going to get a proper job professionally done at J. Carey with body work and sprayers. These guys are amazing. Also, everyone should have a record driver, a tow truck driver number in your car. Let me give you their number in case you get a flat tire or your car breaks down, breaks down, and it's broken down, and past tense, it then broke down. In the future, it could be breaking down. 454-1061, 454-1061. Put that number in your, oh man, I remember when I used to go out partying, and sometimes you get stuck with a flat tire late in the night.
Yeah.
You're
need
trying to find someone to tow this car. 454-1061, especially if you're a lady, have a tow truck driver.
And reliable, who's going to answer at any time of the day.
And what I like about them, I gave someone the number. They said, Ian, we were stuck out west. Their tow truck came, picked them up, dropped off the car, and also gave that person a ride home. And it was safe. Good. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is great. J. Carey, they do it all. So let me give you the phone number one last time: 328-5744, 328-5744. And if you would like a tow truck driver, 454-1061. And where is J. Carey located? They are located on Minnie Street off Wolf Road. Your boy called me the other day. He says, Ian, I could go backwards. He said, make sure I tell Shanique I love her. I said, why you say that? Dr. Fox.
Oh, hello.
Dr. Fox.
Hello, Dr. Fox.
And I have the WhatsApp right there to prove that. I can screenshot it.
Hi, Dr. Fox.
Dr. Fox says, tell Shanique that I love her. Okay,
Dr. Fox was a little quiet for a minute. What is he saying now?
Dr. Fox wants to let all of his constituents know, all the constituents Fox know, that he's ready to step up and give them the representation that they deserve. Speaking to the same people in his, speaking to his constituency, I was talking to some of them, and they said they consider him more than just a doctor, more than just someone who's vying for this position. They consider him a friend and a family member when he comes around. A lot of people don't know he's very funny. He makes a lot of jokes and everything that he has people cracking up, and he works along with people so well. They have a great time. His team loves him, and they stay there till the I'm not gonna say wee hours of the morning, but they stay really late in the evening time. So the constituents of Fox Hill can stop by the office and have a conversation. He says he's never too busy to sit down and talk with the youth about the importance of education and finding gainful employment. Plus, he loves spending time with the elderly, helping them to address their needs and offering any free medical advice or free medical service, if that's possible. He said, Ian, it's time for something new and something different. And the reception he's been receiving has been overwhelming. He has an incredible team, like I said, backing him. And that includes his children, who are extremely proud of him with this fight that he's been putting on. And he says he just loves that. And I asked him, I said, what drives you to do what you do? So when I asked him that, he says, Ian, without hesitation, didn't wait a second, he says, at times it becomes overwhelming, but the time that he spends with his grandson, it's no question what needs to be done. He's adamant about wanting the best for that little grandson he has, and also the rest of the youth, not just in Fox Hill, but in the entire Bahamas. So he's an incredible person. He's an incredible person, and he's doing a wonderful job down there. Every initiative that he's put forth has been a success, from his popular back-to-school lunch program, which was a huge success, and the breast and cancer awareness initiative that he did. And I'm just saying, he wants to let everyone know, if you want to see a stronger, safer, more together Fox Hill, please give him a chance to prove that to you. So that's a wonderful thing that Dr. Fox is doing. I got to get out of here, but before I go, I got to let you guys know just about a few things. People have been calling me about the compression knee bands. You need this if you have any knee pain or ankle pain. The compression makes you feel nice and strong, especially you guys who go walking or you're at the gym. Get this, it's only $25. You put it on, you absolutely feel brand new. Also, people have been calling me about the hydrocortisone. That's the proper way to say it. This is the skin lightener. It gives you that nice, smooth skin. You're gonna look beautiful. It's a skin lightener, and the price on this is how much? The price on this is $25. That's a great price for this. Give me a call, I'll tell you about that. Also, the minoxidil. Want to grow your hair? Want to grow your edges and everything? Thinning hair, you guys with the bald spots? Boom, $34.95. You're gonna get yourself the minoxidil. It's gonna grow your hair. Also, the Jimarito Eye Honey. This is $75. You put it in your eyes. If you have any floaters, if you have any blurriness, you guys dealing with cataracts or glaucoma, you put this in a matter of weeks, you're gonna see an improvement in your vision, and you're gonna love it. This is $75. Also, I usually use the massage gun, but today I'm gonna talk about the massage pillow. This is wonderful for a nice Christmas gift. You put it behind your neck, and you're right there, and it gives you this nice pulsating massage all on your neck and your back. This is only $99. It's a great gift for yourself or for someone you love. I like to use this when I'm sitting down and I'm not on the show, and I'm watching your show. I do that.
So you just put it on?
I just put it on, and it just massages. You can use it in the car. And also, lastly, the blood pressure monitor, $65. You need this. Some people say, I know big fat person. It doesn't matter if you're fat or slim or whatever it is. You need to know your signs, your vitals, your levels. That's what I'm saying. This is $65. It has a big screen, and also it talks to you. So get yourself the blood pressure monitor. I'm Ian Thomas. I got to get out of here. My phone number, 552-0212. It's right there underneath me. 552-0212. Give me a call, 552-0212. Once again, I want to say thank you to Shanique Miller. I've had a great time, and you always have been so accommodating to me.
But you're back tomorrow night, right?
Yes, I'm back tomorrow night.
Good.
And I'm going to be back here Monday night, girl.
Oh, good.
I can't get enough of you.
I see that.
And tomorrow night, you talk about the bully pill. They love the bully pill, Chad.
Ian, thank you so much. Listen, you all keep braced, right? But Ian, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Ian Thomas, Direct Marketers. You see the phone number there. Give him a call for anything you want information on. I want to say a big thank you to all of you. It's been awesome having you hang out this evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Until tomorrow evening, for the entire Beyond the Headlines team, I'm Shanique Miller. Make it a great evening, everyone.